One of the things that strikes me about you is you seem to work really fast. I mean, maybe that's just a mirage, something I see in my mind. Like you know, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Twitter, you're always posting content. You've a couple
Hmm.
of businesses now running Wynter, and seem to be making good progress. But in your mind, kind of, what is the advantage of speed? Is the advantage of speed in the fact that you get feedback quickly, or is there some other kind of separate advantages as well?
Yeah, well, all the businesses I have are small businesses, and a small business cannot afford to be slow because of the bigger companies can overrun you with money. And so,
Yeah.
but the bigger companies are slow to take decisions. And the bigger they are, the harder and slower it is for them to have any new type of strategic initiative, especially if it needs to go to how many layers of managerial approval, budgeting process, risk mitigation, legal compliance bullshit. It just takes a while. And then, of course, there are, I guess, notable exceptions out there, but mostly big is slow. But they have more muscle and more money, better talent, because they can afford far better people than you have. So really, the only advantage you have is speed. You can change fucking everything overnight, and I have multiple times. And I'm a big fan of the Jeff Bezos matrix from the 90s, where like, how fast should you decide? Where it's like a 2 by 2 matrix. On one axis is irreversibility, how reversible is the decision, and then the other is impact. So the only time to decide slowly is if this decision is irreversible and high impact. So then, in all other cases, decide fast. So really, the way to move faster really is to decide faster. And so, of course, you need better data, cleaner data faster. Because if you decide purely based on opinions, it's limited. I mean, I'm a big fan of actually uh, deciding on insight and wisdom. And this is like the older I get. When I was in my 30 years old, I made fun of hippos, the highest paid person's opinion. What does a hippo know? Now that I'm getting up there with my seniority, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like these guys who are like the CEOs of big companies, they motherfuckers have earned it. They've made some good calls and bad calls, and they've seen it all. They've been in the industry so long that they see the patterns that all the junior folks miss. They don't see how everything fits together, and that's like insight. And in like classic jobs to be done, like Clayton Christensen, who was author of that and all the disruption books he's written. He talks about the insight, and it's actually this unquantifiable moment when like everything falls together in your head and you can just see
Yeah. So
really
with
like
Wynter, you saw the path ahead with Wynter, and it's like instead of sitting kind of overthinking stuff, your intuition just kind of guides you. Like, okay, I know this is right. I know everything fits together. Just go fast, and we can do it.
yeah. And also like things, smaller things, like we launched the brand as copy testing. We had a different target audience, different name, different focus. We were on consumer panels focusing on e-commerce and freelance copywriters, and it was called copy testing. And so relatively quickly, I want to say like 6 months after launching, we changed the name. And that was, I had data, but like the data never tells you what the right decision is, you know? And the data is also debatable. There's always this fog of war. It's never clear. And so really you need to gamble. That's where wisdom and age comes in real handy. Like in consulting they have the gray hairs, like a type of a consultant that's you need the gray hairs who've seen shit. I'm not there yet, but I've lost the hair anyways. I'm not getting gray.
Next is Gray.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically I see it as decision speed is the advantage of is how you can outmaneuver the competition, especially the bigger guys. When I launched my agency, we were an all-purpose digital marketing agency, and so one day I told my team, "We're gonna fucking change everything, and we're gonna just do CRO. We're gonna fire our developers." And they were like, "What?" My business partners were like, "It's like I can't. I don't believe in this new direction, and like I'll I'll believe there's any potential there if if you close the first retainer for this. Um, of course, history is that we changed it to now a zero company. So there's a lot of times we've changed a lot of things all at once.